Well, you've likely done it. You get all caught up in the interwebs, and draw down a rabbit hole, and end up somewhere completely unlike where you planned, where you started. Kind of how we ended up today, stumbling upon old newspaper archives, weeklies and semi-weeklies from around the state. So we decided to consider it, no, not a waste of time, and christen it instead Headlines from 100 years ago. On the front page of the Caldwell Tribune, Bill Hawks returned home with oddities after 4 years of service in Asia Minor. Some Russian silver, a few Turkish garments, and a prized possession of a carving of Christ. Charles Greenfield, a known bad check artist who turned funds of $5 into $500, was seen in Homedale. And 2 youths engage in night work. Well, that endeavor, done in darkness, is actually a detailed description of grand theft auto and armed robbery of the Maui service station. But halfway down the 5th column, we see potatoes from Minnesota go. New competition for Idaho is now in field and headed to the Chicago market, where Idaho spuds were selling for $1.70, but New Jersey tubers were selling for 10 to 20 cents more because they travel better, meaning Minnesota tater farmers were hoping their close proximity would lead to more cash in their pocket. So in 1922, those potato prices were about $1 lower than the year before, according to USDA. Exciting stuff. And Idaho didn't really ship out a whole lot of potatoes until, well, mid-September to the Midwest. Idaho had about a 10-year head start, by the way, at growing potatoes over Minnesota. And the Gem State did not lose fertile ground to the land of 1,000 lakes, 10,000 lakes. 1,000 lakes? 10,000 lakes. That year, any other year, doesn't matter. Idaho and Washington combines. They combine for accounting for about 55% of potatoes grown in the United States. Together, 1 and 2. Minnesota, only about 4% of the country's potatoes, which is good enough for the 8th spot.